Sure, we started.
And I'm about to crash to a mountain, you know? Great start. Hello.
That it's fine, sure. They can't see that.
Yes.
But
Gaming.
yeah.
Yes, hello again.
Why?
Meeting. MCA.
He placed it. I was about to build here. Why did he place it here? Freaking
Look at
whatever.
this bacon.
Anyway, hello. We
Yes,
have
hello.
uh uh what happened this week? I started eating salads.
Yes. You've,
Follow my
you've
YouTube
successfully
channel.
discovered
Link in
salad.
description for the salad updates.
Daily salad updates, apparently. Like, I had a salad today.
Oh,
Well, that was a fruit
only
salad.
on business days, sure.
I had one for dinner today. It was a good salad. It had chicken, paprika, it had some sort of like garlic sauce type thing on top of it, which garlic's always good. And yeah, pasta as well. Was a good salad.
Well, that's good. My salad today was a little bit bland, as you could have read from my update. Uh, but it was fine. But yeah, no, I decided that I probably didn't eat enough at my intern slash job is like right next to the store almost. So I just buy a couple salads and throw them in the fridge. And then I have salads for the week. And then I eat them.
And they get called a rabbit by your boss.
Yeah, exactly. So that happened this week. Other than that, I installed and then immediately removed uh Windows subsystem for Linux. It didn't do what I wanted it to do. And what it did do
It's
was
Linux.
and what it did do was be very heavy on my CPU to the point that I couldn't play Elden Ring.
You're basically installing an addition to your already running Windows. So yeah, you're kind of adding another operating system on top of your operating system and trying to run
No,
stuff
no, no,
on
no, no,
one
no,
single
because
CPU.
it's Windows subsystem for Linux, so it's a part of Windows.
Yeah, but you're basically installing part of an operating system on top of what
Yes,
you already have.
yes,
So you're making what you have way heavier.
yes. I
Which
give it
turns out is
I,
bad.
I give it a 2 out of bad. Don't do it.
A 2 out of bad.
Don't do it unless you absolutely need to for something.
Don't do Linux unless you know what you're doing.
I knew what I was doing. I just didn't realize it would be that heavy.
I'm getting slightly concerned here because I see a tortoise in the kill feed.
But anyway, what happened in your week?
Nothing much. I went to travel by train
That's not new.
because, yeah, it isn't. But hey, I do have something to kind of talk about. Oh, there's a tortoise, and that is more of a question, and it is, what is the best Pringles flavor?
Uh, probably like the onion one, like the sour cream onion. I had the Mario
Because-
one.
Because that's probably just normal.
I had the Mario one and it was fine. Yeah, it wasn't really that special. I think they...
I think you just had the original ones, you know, the most boring ones in
No,
existence.
no, they're not the normal ones. I think they were just the... I don't know, what do you even call that one in English? Like paprika, like bell pepper, I guess? I don't know. It was fine, I suppose. The ad is really annoying.
I basically am having to choose between 3 flavors. The sour cream and onion, because it is just a good one. Salt and vinegar, because that is also delicious. And otherwise, the hottest of hot and spicy ones.
Oh, I see. I don't really like those all that much.
Because they will burn your mouth.
I don't even necessarily mind that if it's with like food and there's more to it. But with those, eh.
It's just very spicy, so all you do is just have your mouth being on fire.
Yeah. Why are fence gates so fucking expensive, dude? Hey, piece of shit. But what else happened? There was some stuff going on in Germany.
You mean multiple problems with people?
Wasn't there like someone drove into people?
Think so, but worst part is, isn't that basically normal for Germany at this point?
I don't think so, because it was specifically like it was in the news for children, which makes me think that this was something bigger.
Yeah,
Because like
probably because
it was like
been
in
happening
it
more.
it was probably intentional, like that was the thing. They were
It has
still
been
looking
happening-
into that, like they don't know yet. I mean, maybe by now
it
they
has been
know,
hap-
but
That has been happening a lot recently. Germany just can't keep people from driving into crowds. Which is, in case you didn't know, bad. But you already probably knew that.
yeah, you were smart when you were young. You watched Bob the Builder.
Probably, yeah. Yes, I did. I did.
So you
Who
know to wear a helmet.
Yes. You either wear a helmet or you are a helmet.
What do you mean you are a helmet?
It's an insult.
Oh.
Calling somebody a helmet.
Why is that an insult? But then if someone is wearing a helmet, then they aren't a helmet, then they are a bucket head.
I don't know.
You know what? That's our topic for today. Insults. I don't know what I was hoping you would actually start a conversation about that because I don't know where I would begin with that.
I'm still eating Pringles.
Actually,
If I have my mouth full, I can't talk.
I did learn something about like language. You know how like in fiction, whenever someone has to sound like old and formal and stuff, then they use like thou, thee, thy, right?
Yeah.
Instead of you.
Yeah.
So apparently, back in the day when people actually spoke with those words, right? Like normally,
Yeah.
thou and thee was the informal way of speaking, and you was considered formal,
Huh.
which was surprising to me. But if you compare it to other languages, it does kind of make sense. Like in German, it's also like du for formal, right? I forget the informal
Don't
one,
get me.
but
Don't get me started on German.
I barely remember anything from German from my German
Same. Just
speaking
they have a lot of
lessons.
different words for the word you.
Yeah, like du. Wait, what was it? Der. Wait, no, that's just du. But like for different
They have a
context.
lot of different ones, all of them meaning different things, so you can insult people by saying the wrong you.
I'm just like speak English or shut the fuck up. I don't.
Have you heard Germans trying to do English?
No. Well, yes, but not in real life.
Have you heard how bad it is if they cannot do it?
Yes.
It's almost the same as Dutch. It's like older Dutch people trying to speak English. For some
Yeah.
reason, train conductors can also not speak English at all. Like their
God damn
sentences
it.
stop halfway through, have like a long ass break, and then they start continuing the sentence. They translate everything in a literal sense,
Yeah,
and it's overall just bad.
I know. But I mean, to be fair, have you seen Dutch people speak English?
Yeah, I'm talking about Dutch people here. I'm talking about train conductors, not the drivers when they check the tickets. When they actually
Okay.
start talking,
It's it's actually
it
kind of
gets butchered.
it's actually kind of
The language
funny.
gets slaughtered.
Um, my internship does a lot of, we do most of our business outside of the Netherlands.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the only one there that can speak English even half decent, you know?
Hmm.
Like they can, especially the boss, it's actually kind of pathetic.
Just how?
Like it,
Especially in these days with
I know.
a
Well, the
massive
boss is
international
like the
market.
boss is like 60.
But then again, where do you work at a company in the middle of nowhere or in an area where
It
basically nobody speaks English?
actually no, that's true. A lot of people speak German because there are so many German tourists there.
Jim, we should at some point go towards more of like The Hague in that
Dude,
area.
I have family in The Hague. I've been there a lot.
Yeah, but like even the center near the train station,
Yeah.
you know the difference between the two. That entire area with The Hague, Rotterdam, that one connected area is just barely Dutch. It's like the same as London. In London, you think you would see a lot of British people, but you barely hear English, which makes it kind of sad, actually.
Is it?
Yeah, it is kind of sad. Because what it tells is basically you have this massive international city. And I'm saying international because, well, yeah. And you barely have any of the native speakers left. There's like no English in London basically, unless you start talking to people in English, then they'll suddenly speak English, but a lot of them speak a different language.
I mean,
Same in that area of the Netherlands, near The Hague and Rotterdam and all that stuff. A lot of students are there.
well, I guess that's true, yeah.
If you go to the city center, yeah, basically it's a lot of students because of universities, and they come from all over the place. Because, yeah, I also saw that on the news that in the Netherlands we have a shortage of actual working people instead of people, because as kids you are told go study. You want to study as much as possible, go to university if you can, go as high as possible. But I'm not gonna say the lower layers, more practical layers are left behind.
Yeah, we
neglected
talked
because-
about this before on the podcast.
Yeah, but I'm gonna keep talking about it until it's fixed, which will take at least 4 years. That's how long most of the courses take. And as we experienced while helping, trying to get people into school, into our part, it still didn't. There weren't a lot of people. It's just that people don't want to do that. Don't want to do the more physical work.
Well, they're less encouraged to.
I guess. Which is sad because it is. Because who doesn't want to do some work and actually see the physical results of what you've done?
These days, a lot of people.
Because yes, it is more demanding on your body because you have to actually move. But seeing something you've done. I mean, who doesn't want to be able to go somewhere and be really annoying by pointing at everything, saying, "I built that." If you ever had a dad who works in engineering or does something like an actual trade, you will hear that sentence.
Dude, that is just my boss whenever he talks to anyone. He's like, "Hey, we're doing this project and we've done this project and it's this much more effective than the other ones." It's like, it's true.
Yeah, but have you had your dad basically saying, like, while you're driving, pointing at something, saying, "I've worked on that"?
Yes, actually. He's painted a lot in this area.
You can do that. You can become that annoying person. You can annoy people. Who doesn't want to annoy people? I mean, all you have to do is be an intern, then you can already annoy people. If you know how to do your job. Because I had to go to school today because, you know, intern. And usually we had like half an hour. You were going to talk with your, I guess, counselor from school to basically be like, "All right, how's it going? Have any problems? What do you have?" You know, those questions, those obvious questions you get asked, because otherwise they are unable to keep track of your progress. And I was done in like 15 minutes.
Nice.
It did not take long at all because it was like, "Yeah, I have all of this." Yeah, was that everything? Can I go now? All right, I guess I'll just go. And because it was at 3:30, I am not going back to my intern company. No, I'm not doing that. Which, of course, meant that I could be home half an hour earlier because trains.
Mm-hmm.
It's trains, and they run at a set schedule because they are trains. I really like that they are running on a set schedule instead of the possible inconsistencies that you might face with a car. You can face inconsistencies because of why is there so much traffic, ending up in a traffic jam, being delayed, but you can also get delayed by train because things break down. Luckily, I had no delay. Although in a couple of weeks, they're gonna start working on a piece of track that passes over every single day, so I'm gonna be annoyed. You know how annoying it can get when things are basically just let's go travel to somewhere, and then you look at the trains, look at the train times, look at the timetables, look at a map to see where all the maintenance is, and it just says, "Fuck you, you're not traveling anywhere."
Yeah.
You know, I have a friend who always gets stuck at one specific station.
Nice.
It has become a meme at this point. That it's kind of just the station you always get stuck at. Honestly, it's just an infinite amount of times funny. It's just how do you get stuck? And it's also right at a cross point, so you can still get away, but you probably have to wait on a train. The train is going to be really busy because everybody else has the same idea as you have.
True.
Whenever you're going somewhere, people are gonna have the exact same idea of, I will go there, and you might as well take the bus. But the buses are even more inconsistent. Yeah.
So what I'm hearing, it's just best to sit in your house and not do anything ever.
Just work from home. You have way less travel time. The only travel time you have is from living room to office, which might be in your living room, which might just mean walking from the kitchen, which is good because that means you can walk instead of having to take a bike, take a car, take public transport. You can just wake up 5 minutes before you have to work, down, start up your PC, and you're working, instead of, the trouble of, is my train going? Is there traffic on the road? All that trouble. And also, you can take breaks whenever. Like, who cares that you're taking a 5-minute break? Unless your boss is really picky about
Ooh.
when you're working or not. You know, with some software to keep track of your mouse, those types of things.
What?
Yeah, there's actually software that keeps track of like if you moved your mouse recently. There is specific software for that in order to prevent people from just walking away. But then, a mouse jiggler is a thing. You put your mouse on it, and it moves your mouse around. So it makes sure that you are not AFK.
Yeah.
And at this point, that is the correct thing to use because you are literally AFK. In my head, AFK is like, oh, you're just idling or just not there. Not realizing it literally means away from keyboard.
So, at one of my previous internships, they actually used that so that they could just like walk away from their computer without it immediately like logging out, you know?
Yeah, but that's just a bad system if it starts to log you out as soon as you push
Yeah,
that shit at all.
yeah, like you know how computers like they turn themselves off after a little bit.
You know that's just a setting that can
Yes,
easily
but
change.
it was like the, you know, the water thing, like, you know, which is from the government and shit. So it has like a bigger organization above it that handles that stuff, which means that because it is the account is like through some kind of license basically, you can't change it.
So, oh, you have to ask for administrative power in order to change that.
Yes, so instead a couple of them just got a program that would every 5 minutes move their mouse 1 pixel and then 1 pixel back, and that way it would just stay on.
So every 5 minutes, move it 1 pixel over.
Yes, and then back so that it doesn't actually move.
And then the next 5 minutes, move it that little pixel back.
No, 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 just immediately. I mean, I guess it doesn't
Why
really
not just
matter, but
because then it's just 1 pixel. Nobody's gonna note. You're not gonna notice your cursor moving 1 pixel. So why bother?
because no, no, well, because then if you wait too long, then your cursor is gonna be like against the side and not do anything
No,
anymore.
because it will be going like left after 5 minutes by 1 pixel, and then the next 5 minutes will be going right. So it will still be doing the back and forward
Oh
thing.
yeah,
Just
no, it
instead
doesn't.
of
No,
running,
no, no, it doesn't really matter. Like what way
instead
you
of running
set it
two
up.
commands after 5 minutes, it runs one, which means the program is more efficient.
Yeah.
It means the program will take less resources, even though a computer handling a command or just two of them shouldn't crash your PC at all by being super heavy. If it does, you need to look into your hardware because that is not correct. Your PC should not crash after
Yeah.
just a tiniest little bit of
You would
input.
think that. You would think that. All right.
Oh, I have a story
Well.
today. One of my colleagues was mad.
What did you
Why?
do?
I did nothing.
Right. Sure.
Inventor kept crashing on his computer, and he just got annoyed at the point where he got a hot fix. There was a hot fix
Oh,
for it.
is the hot fix slapping your computer like in the good old days?
It worked for almost the entire day. After that, it crashed once again. And they were actually getting mad. It was kind of funny.
Okay.
But at that point, if you know you know you're working with CAD software, You know CAD software likes to crash.
Right.
It's just what the software is designed for. Continuous crashing. I don't know how, I don't know why, that's just what it's designed for. To continuously crash. And that's make sure that you get sufficiently annoyed, which is necessary for that program. You have to be very
True.
good at CAD software for it to work.
Remember
It's
when
just
my
too bad,
inventor
right?
just didn't work at all when we first got to school?
You mean you got the you got all of China to you got all of China involved?
Yeah, that was weird.
The error message was just Chinese.
Yeah. And none of the teachers knew what it was.
Hey, did you try Google Translate?
Oh, I should have.
I'm now realizing how stupid we were.
Did that ever
Did you try Google
change?
Translate on the most obvious thing?
Did that
It's a
ever
language you don't know.
did it ever change? Did we ever not be stupid anymore?
Yeah, you're
That
right.
was English.
Once stupid, always stupid.
Exactly.
That's a motto to live by.
How is that a motto?
Once stupid, always stupid. So let's just do
That's
dumb shit.
that's not a motto,
Dumb
that's a
shit.
statement.
Well, then it's a statement to live by. Just don't care, do dumb shit.
Well,
Who cares?
that it is, absolutely.
Well, unless it gets other people involved in a bad way, then you should be careful. Because even though it is kind of funny to sometimes suffer, I'd rather not see people suffer because of my stupidity. It generally results in lawsuits.
Oh shit, I forgot. Wait, fuck.
What did you forget?
You wanna mention that my bamboo farm is overflowing.
Did you not make a overflow protection? In the sense of, if if the last chest is full, start chucking it into lava or
No,
fire.
no, of course not.
Why not? That is, if you have a farm that you know is going to overflow because of its capacity.
I didn't know it was gonna overflow.
You should just assume.
Yeah, probably. I'm just gonna turn it off right now.
You should either make an off switch so it turns off once it's full, or you make a overflow. You know, like I did with my sheep farm.
Yeah.
I have 2 double chests of wool, but if one, and of course, once the hoppers are full and everything of the system is overflowing, it dumps it into a bit of lava, so it doesn't burn up anymore, or it doesn't just stay, but it burns, getting rid of the entity and saving a lot of space. It's
Yeah.
serverware. Otherwise, the server's gonna just be heavy because there will be stacks upon stacks of fucking
Okay.
wool.
Yeah. Did anything else happen in the land of politics?
Not only politics, but have you heard of those children, those 2 13-year-olds?
No.
Well, apparently one 13-year-old stabbed another 13-year-old.
Ah.
The 13-year-old that got stabbed had to go to the hospital and died there.
Right.
So you have a dead child, you have somebody is very difficult to prosecute at this stage because, well, it's clearly underaged. Like, it's not even a question. It's just a fact. and now you have to kind of deal with it.
Yeah.
And of course, you have the thing that how did a 13-year-old stab another 13-year-old? That has been a recurrent problem here in the Netherlands as well.
True.
Just basically children stabbing each other. I don't know why, I don't
I
know
mean,
how that became
I
a
haven't
problem.
heard of it in quite a while though.
Yeah, it kind of died down. Just like
So
a kid.
that's probably a good sign. Or maybe they just ran out of victims.
They ran out of children. Maybe they ran out of children, so now they don't have any more children to stab. So might as well call Anakin at that point. Because, you know, there are younglings involved. For those who know Star Wars, that's a funny joke. For those who don't, have fun figuring that one out. Also, mangrove trees are a pain.
I know.
I'm using mangrove in a build, so I'm gonna have to dig a lot of mangrove.
Right. What else happened? Didn't something happen with politics in Germany? Like we talked about this a little bit yesterday, but I don't.
Ah, the fact that a center-right party is going to work together with a far-right party.
Is that all? Is that the big news?
Well, considering Germany,
Well,
going far-right has happened before in
actually,
history.
fair point.
But I mean, a lot of countries are going far-right, which is slightly concerning.
Yeah. Um, I think that it's gonna because people are kind of getting sick of the internet being left all the time to a stupid amount, you know?
You mean the fact that that nobody has a sense of shame anymore on the internet because, well, it's anonymous anyway, so they can just complain about everything.
No. I mean like, oh, you're not allowed to say this anymore. Oh, you're not allowed to say that anymore. Oh.
Yeah, that is annoying. But I wouldn't see that as a reason to go all far right.
No, but I think people are just getting sick of it. And so they're getting annoyed by it, so they'll vote against it.
Yes, that makes sense. It's just that like, you cannot say this, you cannot say that.
Well, not just that, also just dumb statements, which to be fair, both sides make.
That is just the internet making dumb
Yes.
statements. Oh wait, it's not just the internet,
Yes.
it's also me.
Joe, are you an activist?
No. Because there's the word active in it, and you know how active I am.
Depends.
If I don't have to
Yeah,
leave the house, I will not.
you are reasonably active on Twitch.
Yes. Go follow, by the way. Bush person. Yes, I will. I will never skip the opportunity for a shameless plug.
Yeah. Go follow Obsidian Blade for salad updates. Dude! At some point in the future, I can make a salad tier list.
Video of that.
Yes.
That made me think of a video from the Spiffing Brit.
I just realized actually, you could
What he
be in
did-
a salad.
What he did, what me in a salad.
Yeah, look at you.
Oh yeah. But I saw a video from the Spiffing Brit a while ago. That because what he was experimenting with was watch time. If you have a video that's an hour long and then you cut it in half, they can get a watch time of over 100% because well, people watched an hour, but the video is only half an hour, so they watched it 200%, which boosts the video. Because wow, wow, it's really being watched. Even though it's on like a couple of times, but because of timing.
Yeah.
What he did, he made a video with which for the first little bit was longer, then after that it got cut short.
Yeah.
And in the part that was cut short, there was a tier list. A tier list of snacks. British snacks.
I see.
Of course, chocolate orange was high on the list. Because chocolate orange is superior. And you can basically make a loud noise, like falling, as long as it's very short, like a bonk, and just say, well, I was opening a chocolate orange, and people will understand it because you have to basically smash them on a table just to get them to open, because it's a lot of slices stuck
Yeah.
together, and one shock separates them.
Yes.
So that's why chocolate orange is good. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk on fucking chocolate oranges.
Yeah. But like, I could make a
Would I really
salad
roast
tier list, and today's salad would probably be in like D tier.
Because of its simplicity.
Yes.
I got a very small mangrove tree. Like, very, very small. Technically really average, but I think it's legit just either... I think it's just 4 logs. Oh no, wait, we're 5 of them, actually. And also, what I also have on my list is weather. Because it has kind of been all over the place over the last week.
True.
We went from cold to why is it currently like 8 degrees? Or 10.
It was 16 at some point, like last Friday.
Yes.
So
Like, I went in with, instead of with my winter coat on, I went with my vest because I didn't see the need to wear very thick clothing. I would just overheat otherwise.
yeah.
Oh, you're here.
Yes.
How?
What?
How did you not notice me?
I did notice you.
Oh.
I came from, but when I came through the door, your back was turned to me. Like
I'm just trying to get this building done. But it requires a lot of mangrove.
I can see that. I still think you should have gone for the white wood.
Yeah, but when I was building this, the whitewood didn't exist yet. The whitewood wasn't even announced.
It's not that much like that big a deal to change it now.
Yeah, then I have a bunch of birch in storage.
So?
What am I supposed to do with birch?
I use birch a lot. You can find uses for birch.
Yeah, I found a use for the birch. It's already in use.
Is this street ever gonna like go somewhere actually?
I'm planning on making a harbor toward the east. If you like look on the map,
Yeah.
like there's a big body of water there that I'm gonna try and connect to.
That's actually decently
And
far away.
yeah, but that's good because
I
I
guess
can
I guess
dig
from
without
here
problem.
somewhere it would be closer. Like this area or something.
But like it's just one rocket and you're already here.
Yeah,
As
but
you can see, I already covered an
in
entire island.
terms of building though.
Yeah, a bunch of terrain work as
Wait,
well because yeah,
I just realized this is
what?
gonna be a barn
Yeah,
right next to a road with a with the industrial area.
yes,
Um, won't it look out of place?
probably. Have you seen the rest of the buildings?
I mean, they look plausible, and as far as there
Especially the
actually
one with the
is anything going on.
especially the one with the horse tunnel.
Yeah, it works, kinda. It feels a little small compared to the buildings on the other side of the road.
Yeah, it's supposed that building is supposed to be like an old station building,
I know.
and in there's a tunnel because
Yeah, okay,
horse.
hold up. So for the people, this tunnel goes from all the way here, right? It goes underground, and then like that, all the way over to here.
Yes,
Under the ocean.
it actually goes through the ocean.
Wait. Oh, you're right. Oh, you're right.
That was a pain to do because I had to go through, had to go into the water.
Why?
It was kind of a fun project, and right now I can use that for, transporting stuff. I should actually put rails in it. I have an iron farm, which means rails are not a problem.
No, 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 no. Blue ice and then boat it.
Is my zombie stuck? I think my zombie is stuck.
I think Endermen have taken a liking to this place.
Yeah, because it's underground and lit up.
Oh, I can see the end. Well, not the end, but
No, you're not seeing the end, you're seeing
yeah.
the corner.
Yeah, the corner.
You're seeing the part where there's an Enderman in the way of the zombie.
So, wait, do horses normally have this much HP, or is that just because of the armor?
I don't know.
I'm assuming that's because of the armor.
Alright, good. Things are back on the road again. We're making iron once more. The iron farm is ironing the farm. Because who doesn't like iron? Who doesn't like infinite amount of iron from one singular farm?
Yeah.
All the while having a bone meal because iron golems drop poppies as well. All the while having an almost overflowing supply of bone meal. I have only one double chest and it's completely full. One
Oh,
backpack
right.
almost
I forgot. I
full.
forgot about that.
What?
And my resource pack changes their death sound.
Oh yeah.
I forgot.
Let's see how my food farm is doing.
Or not their
Good.
death, their herd animation.
Also, how's my pumpkin
Shoot,
farm
this
doing?
horse sucks. There we go.
I may or may not have almost 2 double chests of pumpkins.
Why?
I was planning on sending to villagers, but I don't know if that's set up properly yet.
Can
Do
I...
you have the leash for the horse?
Okay, how do you make this thing get up? Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah. Yeah, can you throw it? Thank you.
How do you make this thing get up? How does he move?
I don't know. Oh, you can do 360s on these.
Really? Oh yeah.
You cannot do that on a horse.
I know. How does he...
But
How
just
do
keep
you...
it
How do you get him to move?
I don't know, and I don't care. He's laying there perfectly content.
What?
Now let me spawn another tree.
Dude, you can't even move him with a leash.
Oh, I made a big one.
Like, he doesn't even move if you leash him. Stronger than God, camel.
Are you God?
No.
Is Steve God?
Mm,
He's
no.
probably answered that question already.
No, but he's getting close with the amount of shit he can carry.
Is it? Yeah.
How do you make camels move? What the hell? Whatever. Fine, you just sit here, but I'm gonna push you onto the grass, and you're gonna... Or off the grass, and you're gonna eat stone. He'd probably get up if I punched him, actually.
No. If you punch the camel, you will die. We do not condone hurting of camels here.
I don't know, what do they taste like?
I know, never had them.
Would they be good in salad?
What is your obsession with salad all of a sudden?
The funny.
Like, how did it actually came to be? Because it is a real obsession.
I don't know. Keep your stupid root blocks to yourself.
Oh, why not share?
What do you do with a root block?
I don't know, I just store them in my sorting system. They have their own slice. Let me drink a little bit of my last bit of crystal clear that I've bought for cheap. Because there's a chain of stores in the Netherlands where they either sell things that are imported from other countries, things that are about to expire, but are still good.
I think we're already starting to run out of shit to talk about.
Oh, we've already ran out of stuff to talk about.
So maybe this is just gonna be a shorter episode.
Well,
I mean, we've been going for almost an hour, like, it's fine.
I do have something to talk about.
What?
The fact that here in the Netherlands we try to keep our bottle caps attached to the bottles, and it makes it nearly impossible to get them back on.
Yeah. I just always rip them off. I hate it.
Because you cannot get it, because in order to put it on, you have to put them on straight. You cannot put them on gay, it won't work. Which means you have to kind of really push it onto the thread in order to make it work. Which is annoying. I don't like to do it. But I have to because it's stupid. I have to go to my storage system again because my storage system is where all my stuff is and my inventory is filling up with stuff. So I'm going to store the stuff. Store the stuff in storage. If that sentence made sense, then congratulations, you make no sense.
What?
If you can make sense of my sense, then you make no sense, because I make no sense.
I mean, I guess.
I'm willing to bet people that are listening to this are confused.
I am confused. I am confusion.
Well, I make no sense. So if you can understand my sense, then you also make no sense. Because you can understand me.
Right. Let us know in the comments if it made sense.
Yes. Just for once, if I make no sense, you can understand you can understand me and my nonsense, then you also make no sense. Because you can understand my bullshit. And I'm gonna shove 5 Pringles at once in my mouth.
Freaking child, dude.
I may be a child, but I'm still enjoying Pringles.
No, I'm talking about the fact that you put in that many at once.
Let's say I shoved like 8 at once in my mouth. Because just one is kind of, you know...
Do I know?
Almost teasing, it's just... not it. At that point you might as well put... If you're just gonna eat one Pringle, then first of all there's something wrong with you.
Oh, that's fair, but you don't have to eat them all at the same time.
It's called efficiency.
Why would you want... Why do you want efficiency with something delicious?
Because you can get more of it.
Not if you run out.
Then you get more because you've run out. In case you're wondering, if I have a bag of candy, it will probably be done fairly quickly and I'll be a little bit nauseous.
Same. Oh, it depends on the candy.
I've once managed to drink a liter of chocolate milk for just like 500 meters of walking.
Joe, you are a...
After that one.
You are a menace.
Yes. Why be part of the problem when you can be the entire problem?
You don't have problems. You are the problem.
Exactly. You might be part of the problem, or you can be the problem.
Is this how you cope with your personal issues?
Probably. That and very bad puns. You cannot
Yeah.
forget the bad puns.
Yeah. If only you could.
I'm not forgetting about the bad puns. You will suffer through them.
Dude,
There is no choice. You will.
I love that the leaves actually keep the effect, like the leaf falling effect.
Yes, as it should.
But I think we should probably end the episode here because we are really running low.
Not on energy, but on ideas. Things to
Yeah.
talk about.
Honestly, also on
Wait.
energy, I'm tired.
Huh. Yes, but have you actually checked the news app yet?
No.
Of course, it's. Let's see. What? That is the most Dutch thing ever.
What?
An IV bike.
An IV bike.
Yes. Which is a bike, which has the capabilities of attaching one of those IV machines on the back. So kids can still play around when they're having an IV in their arm or somewhere else.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be, you can now get them through the rest of the world as well. It's just funny because it is quintessentially Dutch. Children are sick. What do we do? Put them on an IV. Yeah, we're in the Netherlands. Then attach it to a bike.
Yeah.
We truly just make everything cyclable. Just. Can you still ride a bike? Yes. Do you have an IV? Yes. Makes it a little bit more difficult? Yeah, we'll work around it. We'll engineer a solution. Don't worry.
I
The
mean,
children don't have to worry, for engineers will solve the problem.
yeah, like putting engines on wheelchairs.
Yes. Also, Tesla sales have dropped throughout Europe because.
And I wonder why.
Yeah, there is.
Did you see the man's Elden Ring build?
Yes, but there is a legit banner somewhere in London that basically said from 0 to 1930, I think 39, in like 6 seconds.
Uh-huh.
And they're calling it swastikars, which technically yes.
Right.
It is Tesla, honestly. It's just a brand that has kind of ruined itself. It was the leader in EV technology. Then Elon Musk came around and started, messing with it.
I mean, he made it popular, to be fair.
Yes, but there should be somebody that keeps constant tabs on Elon to just make sure that he doesn't do some PR bullshit like he did.
Yeah.
There needs to be somebody that kind of filters him out.
Yeah.
And that person apparently was on sick leave at that point.
Maybe then he has time to play his own video games.
Yes, you can make an actually good Elden Ring build. You can get good. Let's see. What else do we have? Some apes escaped.
Monkey.
People are complaining about the airport again. You know, nothing special.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the Netherlands that are, especially if they're living near the airport, are complaining about it because planes make noise, which makes a lot of sense. And I have the solution for that. It's called trains.
Yeah.
Who needs a plane where you can go choo-choo and go everywhere a plane can go? Well, apart from different continents, which...
There's trains to go to different continents. There was this TV show at some point made by Shell. Yeah. And it was like a race to, I don't remember what city, but it was like on the border of Asia. Like they called it the Gateway to Asia, which is dumb, but anyway. And they were like the race wasn't necessarily to be the first. The race was to waste the least amount of energy and like, you know, not have like whoever has the least what do you call it? Exhaust, basically, like carbon, you know.
Yeah, the least emissions.
Yes. But it was very funny because Lubach, the Dutch satire comedian, he was like, he started calculating and he was like, you know, they could do this with those cars that they got there. Or they could just take the train and only do like 300 because by the end, I don't know the exact numbers, but let's say like by the end, the meters, both of them were for like 5,000 kilo or whatever that's calculated. And I think it's like kilo per something, right? Or maybe just kilo. And then he was like, if they just took the train, it would be only 300 per person. Like,
yes, trains are stupidly efficient.
Yeah. So the whole thing was just bullshit.
As much as a plane, if not more, because you can technically infinitely stack them if you have the right design. Just keep coupling trains onto it if they are each powered properly. Then you can just keep going. Maybe the overhead wires are going to suffer because you have to keep pushing all that current through. It has little friction, and it's just cool. Like, I've been to London with the Eurostar. It only takes 3 hours to get from Amsterdam to London. It takes about twice as long as the plane ride itself, but you have a lot less noise. You have to go through a less, well, it's probably going to still be strict, but you have to go through a less strict, you know, customs. You can, with Eurostar, the baggage policy is, can you carry it? Then you can get to take it on the train. With a maximum of 2 suitcases, of course. But you basically can get 2 suitcases as heavy as possible, as long as you can lift them onto the train. And just take them with you. You can bring a near empty suitcase with you and then fill it with iron brew while you're there in the UK, because there it's actually readily available and cheap, instead of here in the Netherlands where it's expensive and difficult to come by. And take an entire suitcase full back. and it would still be completely legal. Tried it on a plane, and you're paying like 500 extra because it's massively overweight. You're probably not allowed to take it with you because it's suspicious, and the train is just, yay, train. And
Yeah.
especially with London, the plane lands in a different city if you're going a bit budget. Only if you're really paying a bunch of money, you get to land like closer towards the city center. But otherwise, you are now stuck landing at Stansted, having to travel another hour by train. So at that point, it only matters half an hour. That half an hour you spend at the airport anyway, because you have to be there like 2 hours, and with the Eurostar, you only have to be there 90 minutes before. So technically, the train takes the same amount of time, assuming you're landing on Stansted, and it's just way more comfortable.
Yeah.
And you get dropped off in the city center. You get off at London St Pancras International, which means you don't have to worry about how am I gonna get there. You don't have to get 2 tickets. You get one,
Mm-hmm.
like one for the plane, one for the train. Just one for the train. You get onto the train. You go. You get off the train. You're there. You go to your hotel, or prefer, in my opinion, you go immediately to Greg's to get a piece of pepperoni pizza because it is delicious. Yes, it is incredibly greasy, and that's what makes it really good. And you go
No.
to your hotel, you check in, and boom, done.
I noticed something funny.
What?
The PNG thing,
Yeah.
it can hear my clicking. So it's synced. If you look at my hand, it's synced.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. It is funny. I like how quickly it is as well.
It's beautiful. Anyway.
That's. Oh yeah, another funny thing. Uh, in Amsterdam, people called the police because they heard shots. Turns out they were recording a show. And they did give warnings. That's the funny bit. They gave warnings, they just didn't give enough of them, apparently.
Okay, but if you see one of those warnings, wouldn't that just be the perfect opportunity to shoot somebody because no one will call the police?
Yeah, but that would be a really elaborate murder at that point. It
Yes,
would make no sense at all.
it would if you plan it out.
Yeah, if you actually plan it out, but for that you have to first of all plan it out, and second of all, you have to actually do it.
Yes. Don't.
Oh yeah, and they reopened the search for flight MH370, the other Malaysia Airlines flight that, instead of being shot down over Ukraine, was lost at sea.
I
2014
see.
really wasn't a good year for Malaysia Airlines, was it? You had a plane disappearing over the sea, and you have a plane getting shot down above Ukraine by a Russian missile. Let's see, what else do we have? What? Three? No, you gotta go to Trump. The trial has started for 3 men because they stole a golden toilet from Winston Churchill's birth home.
A golden toilet?
Yes.
Right.
And it's fully functional.
Okay.
What? Like, people are standing in line. People were actually standing in line to look at a toilet.
Great. I want a toilet that important.
Like, it's a golden toilet. Gold is a very soft material.
Which means it might be very comfortable. Or maybe that means there's an imprint of his ass on it.
That would be funny. Like, what if you have multiple people in your house at that point? You're just gonna get like a weirdly flat toilet.
Yeah, and you can also probably tell who uses it the most.
Yes, because that'd be the most prominent aspirant.
Oh no.
Not a sentence I was expecting to say at some point in my life.
Yeah.
It was pronounced aspirant.
Sure, maybe it really is time to start wrapping it up because this is
It is funny though.
yeah. It's also I don't know, I'm getting tired.
But you cannot sleep enough yesterday or today.
Probably not.
No issue.
Well, it's not just a one night thing. I probably didn't sleep enough the past like 5 days.
Have you not taught your body to deal with nights that for like 4 hours of sleep?
No.
Why not?
Because I expect to sleep. Like, I expect to sleep, and then I do this till the middle of the night. or fix
Yeah.
my Elden Ring.
At some point, at this point, I'm starting to just learn my body to just deal
Oh!
with 4 hours of sleep.
Actually, I do still have one more thing that I want to talk about, because I thought it was really funny.
What?
Okay, so, James Bond fans are not happy at the moment. Because Amazon bought James Bond.
Oh boy.
Which, sure, they ruined Lord of the Rings. They ruined, like, a whole bunch of stuff. So now they're gonna ruin James Bond, right? Like, that's the consensus. But if you read what they bought, it's actually really funny. Because they bought the rights to continue the story that the movies tell, right?
Yeah.
James Bond died in the last movie.
They concluded the series
They-
and then said
They bought a corpse.
they bought a dead franchise. Literally.
So, literally anything they make is by definition of this contract not canon.
That is good, but also that means they can do whatever they want because they're continuing the story.
Yes, but
James Bond.
it also means that if you're a James Bond fan, you just don't have to pay attention to it.
Yeah, but you are realizing that because James Bond is dead, you can get a new one. You can start entirely fresh with a well-known series.
I don't know if they can. I think they literally bought the rights that they have to continue this story, like this world.
Yeah, like you can just put like a small scene where they kind of honor James Bond and then continue on with the rest of the movie.
Yeah, they
So
can. They
you
can
continue with
give
your story.
they can give the 007 title to someone else, which I already kind of did in the last movie, but like
Yeah, so they already set it up.
no, because that was not them. That was not Amazon. It was like because I don't really like the modern James Bond movies anyway. Like he doesn't really feel like James Bond, but like he like quit, and so someone else became 007, and then he like comes back and gets the name back.
Hmm.
and then dies.
So you go back to the other one.
Unlikely, I think. I don't even remember what happened to her. It's been a very long time since I've watched that movie because I don't really like they just don't feel like James Bond to me. Like Mission
Yeah.
Impossible feels more like James Bond than modern James
Let me
Bond.
ask you a valuable question.
Well,
Is Johnny English more James Bond than modern James Bond?
no. No.
Like Johnny English is just funny purely because Rowan Atkinson is just inherently funny.
I do actually know, by the way, where the whole 007 thing comes from, and I think a lot of people don't know this. But
Where does it come from?
so in when what I don't know exactly what year this was. I think in like the 17 or 1800s. Um, there was a guy named John D, I think his name was. And he was a lot of things. He was a scholar, he was an alchemist, he was like uh uh a scientist, like I don't know what else he was. He was a lot of things. But one thing that he also was the number one advisor to the Queen of England.
Hmm.
And he installed a uh, basically he made the organization that is now MI6. Like it kind of evolved into MI6. And it was this
Yeah.
like network of spies at the time, right? And all the
Yes.
letters that he would write to the Queen whenever he was like doing that, right, were signed with 007. So that's where that comes from.
Hmm.
Also, if you believe in it, he also either came up with or discovered, depends on how you want to believe it, the Enochian language, which is said to be the language of the angels and Adam,
Hmm.
like the first human Adam.
Yes.
But again, then you gotta believe in like that story that he discovered that, like that that he had conversations with angels and that he had that you have to believe in the Book of Enoch, which is I'm pretty sure considered heresy by every single church. So
Oh yeah, not a good look.
no. Like the story of
But yeah.
that is that he I don't know exactly what it was, but in his diary apparently an angel came to him and they gave him some kind of mission and they said like we will do anything to help you achieve this mission. And then he said give me the Book of Enoch. And then instead of the Book of Enoch, they gave him the texts that Enoch apparently like read from heaven.
Hmm.
And that's then where the Enochian language comes from, if you believe that.
Yes.
Which I don't, but I do like the story. Anyway, I think now is a good time to wrap it up.
Is it though?
Yeah, it's been an hour and 20 minutes.
We started later because
Yeah.
you had trouble setting up your games.
Yeah, there was gonna be an Ori randomizer in the background, but apparently at some point that updated or something, so it doesn't work right now. So I gotta fix that, and I didn't feel like doing that. And then I tried Hollow Knight, but I uninstalled Mod Loader at some point, which I'm assuming is what screwed that up because there's still mods installed. Uh, so
So everything is just messed up. So you turn to Minecraft because
Yeah.
where else do you go?
So, but yeah, I think that will be it for today.
So next meeting will be next week.
Yes.
This will go up on a Saturday and will be recorded on a Tuesday. So if the news that you hear is outdated, you know why. We're talking about the events of Tuesday, not Saturday.
Yeah.
Just so you know. And not start typing an angry comment saying, well, this is old news. If they record earlier because we might not be available on certain days. You know, we're human. We are busy.
Yes.
We're also still in school, which makes us even more busy, which means that more trouble with planning.
Yes. So yeah.
So yeah.
Bye.
Make sure to follow Bushperson as well as Obsidian Blade 266. Make sure to
Just check the description.
if you want to see more of us. Yeah, every link is in the description if you want to find it. You can also join the Discord, so you can, you know, maybe chat with the community, which mainly consists of us. And yeah, just overall, you know, maybe see some more stuff. Who knows? We should be more active on this anyway.
Bye.
I